that, our first speaker for the afternoon is Dr. G. Venkat Raman from IIM Indore. He is an associate professor in the area of humanities and social sciences and is also the program chair of the 5-year integrated program in management at IIM Indore since 1st of April 2017. He has gained an MA and an MPhil from the School of International Studies, JNU, New Delhi. Furthermore, he is a unique Indian academician who has completed his PhD in political theory from China's oldest and premier university, the School of Government, Peking University of Beijing, and is perhaps one of the only faculty members to have a native speaker's fluency in Mandarin among all IIM faculty members. I think that's the toughest language. After completing his PhD, Dr. Venkat Raman has worked as Business Development Manager for SR Steel's office in Beijing. An inspiration and aspiration to be an academician brought him back to India, where he started as an assistant professor in the humanities and liberal arts and management with the IIM Cosgrove in 2010 and worked for close to 5 years. He has also completed a project on BRICS countries under the auspices of research grant awarded by the Indian Council of Social Science Research and has been awarded the National Memorial Fellowship in 2003, China Government Fellowship from 2004 to 2008, and Junior and Senior Research Fellowship in Political Science from the UGC, Delhi.
A very good afternoon to all of you. First of all, I would like to thank Endeavour for having me here. I should say that their hospitality has been very, very overwhelming. Thank you so much. My very esteemed colleagues from different institutions, from different parts of the country, dear parents and dear students. Today here I am to speak to you on the 5-year program that we have, which we call Integrated Program in Management. So all of you are aware that IIM Indore is the only IIM to have a 5-year program, the Integrated Program in Management. And the first thing I would like to clarify is the first 3 years which we do is not a BBA. It's not Bachelor's in Business Administration. In fact, after the IIM Act has been passed last year, the institute is now empowered to grant degrees. So all the IIMs for their postgrads, which we used to call postgraduate diploma in business administration, is now Masters in Business Administration. And for us, for the undergrad component, we are also giving degrees. And the degree that we give is called Bachelor of Arts, and in bracket we write Foundations of Management. So Foundations of BA Foundations of Management, that is what we are giving the degree. Earlier we had a tie-up with the Indira Gandhi National Open University, where we used to facilitate our students to take up the exam, whoever is interested to get a degree certificate, but now we are going to discontinue with that. In fact, from this batch, 2018 batch, we are not having any such facilitation from our side because we are awarding degrees. That is number one. Number two, earlier it was an integrated program in management, and our students, even now it is, so at the end of 3rd year, they go and merge with the postgraduate program students who clear the CAT exam and the interview, and they are merging with them. But now, after the IIM Act, what we have done is 2 things we have done. Number one, we are giving the students the exit option. So at the end of 3rd year, if you think that you would like to do an MA Economics in Delhi school, or if you think that you would like to appear for the CAT exam and you want to go to IIM Ahmedabad or IIM Bangalore, IIM Calcutta, you can write the CAT and leave the institute, that is IIM Indore. And we also have another interesting option, which is starting from the 2018 batch, the batch which has come this year. At the end of 3rd years, we are also giving them the option of taking a complete break for 1 year, where they can do whatever they like. And then they can come back and again join the institute for their postgrad. When I say whatever they like, it means that for the 1 year, they can go for a social internship, they can go for a corporate internship, they can go for a stint with the media, where they actually come up with more uncluttered mind and revisit their goals in life. That's the idea. Another important thing that we have started is from this year. In fact, our first batch of students are going for the international exchange. 33 students are going for an international exchange program this January from IIM Indore to different parts of the world. Mostly France, Germany, Taiwan, one school we are sending them to, Finland. So these are some of the schools that we are sending. But more importantly, next year, when we start the academic year, more than 30 students from different parts of the globe are also going to come and be part of the student community in IIM Indore. So I will get into all this, but just let me explain to you the structure of the program and how we have come. 3 batches have already convocated after finishing their 5 years. So this is the data that I have till 2017. It's not updated. I can share with you the 2018 data also roughly. So you see IPM 2011-16 batch, 3,545 people applied. That is the first batch, and finally 104 convocated. So from 3,545, 1,024 were called, 211 admission offers were made, accepted offers 123, registered 119, and finally 104 convocated. So this is from here, within a short span of time, we have gone to 19,715 applicants. And then we called 922 people for interview, and 136 accepted offers, and there 121 finally registered. The latest data, 2018, to be very precise, 15,901 people have applied. Now, why have we seen a dip in the number? We have seen in the dip in the number because the IIM Act came and, it was a cusp actually in the sense that the last date for application was already there, April 18th. We had the convocation on March 28th. There are too many things that happened, and finally the things could not be communicated, all the things which I shared with you just now. So therefore that confusion, we are expecting that a conservative figure of 20,000 will definitely be there for the next batch. Now, 15,901 students have applied for the latest data I am talking of, 2018-23. And we have called some 850 plus people, and finally 120 people were selected. So we have an exam which is conducted by IIM Indore itself. We have many centers all over the country. We are in, some kind of an arrangement with TCS, the people who also write CAT, who basically arrange for the CAT exam. And people who qualify the written exam, they come and we have a very short, brief written and analysis exam, written and analysis communication exam, which we call the WAC, and that is followed by the personal interview. This year, another thing also was new. For the first time, we have taken 5 students who belong to the NRI quota. And these 5 students are besides the 120 which we have decided to take. So the total strength is 125. So the NRI students, they are taken on the basis of their SAT score, and then if they get a certain score which we prescribe, they come for the written and analysis exam and the interview, and then they qualify. So the IPM paradigm, basically we believe that we are trying to address the 2 constituencies of management and leadership. As far as management is concerned, we feel that we aim to impart them certain kind of knowledge and certain kind of skill set which will enhance their managerial skills. And as far as the leadership quality is concerned, we try to impart this through a certain kind of curriculum which has creativity or facilitates certain kind of innovation. So why IPM, the management paradigm? The right definition of a manager is one who is responsible for the application and performance of knowledge, and none other than Peter Drucker. So we feel in IIM Indore that management emerges from certain foundational disciplines, and those foundational disciplines, for our convenience or whatever you call it, we have restricted it to the 4 pillars, which we call 4 pillars. The 4 pillars are economics, mathematics, statistics, and social sciences. As far as innovation is concerned, leadership is concerned, we feel that innovation is the one which distinguishes between a leader and a follower. This is what Steve Jobs said. So to encourage creativity and innovation, We expose them to multiple sources of knowledge. We also, have something called the enablers and enhancers, which I will come to in a short while. So if you look at the academic part, the management part, if you look at the subject of finance, for example, finance emerges from a combination of psychology, statistics, mathematics, and economics. If organizational behavior and human resources, that emerges from political science, anthropology, sociology, and psychology. Marketing, economics, maths, stats, psychology, and strategy, again, is very much rooted in economics and political science. As far as the creative part is concerned, we also emphasize on foreign languages, fine arts, performing arts, sports, and yoga. So this is the basic design of the IPM. The main pillars are economics, maths, stats, and social sciences. And then the next set of courses, which we call the enablers, it is about some basic courses on written and oral communication, public speaking, and then some courses related to IT, information technology. And then we have a set of courses which we call bridge courses, under which we teach courses like related to law, introduction to corporate law, intellectual property rights, then some courses like business, government, and society, and the introduction to business history. So these are some of the courses which we call the bridge courses. And so therefore, these are bracketed, these are labeled as enablers. Then we have something called enhancers, where we have subjects related to language and philosophy. Currently we are offering 3 foreign languages: French, German, and Spanish. Art, music, and drama is something else, and then sports and yoga. So this is what is the curriculum all about, constituting of main pillars, and then the enablers, and then the enhancers. The total number of core courses, is 225. When I say core courses, it means compulsory courses. And then there are some other elective courses, which are somewhere around 28 plus. We have a credit system. When we say credit, 1 credit is basically comprising of 5 sessions or 5 classes, and 1 class comprises of 75 minutes. So 6 hours, 25 minutes is 1 credit. See, earlier, we were doing a social placement. Social placement is something which we feel that it's an integral part of our program, so that students are sensitized, they go and work with an NGO, they do a social internship. So most of them go to an NGO, or some of them also, go to the corporate wings of, CSR wings of corporate organizations and do a project there. So this project is for 2 months. Earlier, we did not have foreign exchange, so at the end of 3rd year, they used to go and do this internship, but now we have changed that. So now students go for social internship at the end of 2nd year, and at the end of 3rd year, those students who go for exchange, they go there, and for others, it will be free time. When I say free time again, it again means that they're expected to do some kind of an internship of their own, so that they can have enough padding when they actually apply for the summer internship when they go to the postgraduate program. So our students, have been, recruited by, good names in the development sector. So this is the total credit structure. Core courses 225 credits, electives 24 to 28, the total possible 249 to 243, and it's so. Yeah, so this is what is the IPM program in general. So I think, it is better that, I take questions from you, and perhaps, being associated very closely with the program, there may be too many things in my mind which I may not be able to share with you in a structured way. I think better is to actually take up questions so that, I can answer you.
What basis the admission is, eligibility is decided for the admission? It's UGET or other exam they have to appear?
No, that's what I said. No? That IIM Indore itself, prepares a question paper.
So no other exam?
No, that's for the NRI people. Yes, sir. Yeah, please.
So when the earlier is as the new law has come, as you suggested,
IIM Act. Yeah.
A person, like a student can take a 1 year break and then appear for them. At that time again they have to appear for the entrance exam, or they will be directly getting an admission?
Directly. Yeah. So that's a 1 year break which we are giving them. If students want to exercise that option, fine. After that they will come and again they will join. They don't need to, yeah.
I represent one of the international accredited schools in the city of Rajkot. So many of our students go for management program abroad, and this program is quite, let's say, convincing, and it has a value. So my question is, if a student is an IB student, we don't have the regular structure that the Indian boards have. So we have students take like physics, economics, math, and 2 languages. So if they want to appear for the entrance exam, then are they eligible to apply?
Yeah, of course. I don't see any reason why they are not eligible.
Is there any minimum criteria like passing marks or requirements?
Well, right now, plus 2 level, we don't have any strict percentages. You need to get this much, 50% or 60%. But then, what I have been told and whatever little I know, the nature of the entrance exam itself is so grueling that it is really difficult for, student who is not so good academically to get in.
The WAC test, what does it comprise of? If somebody wants to prepare, what areas do they need to prepare for that?
Generally, it's a very short essay kind of a thing. We give them a situation or something which is related to the current events, and so that is what it is. We expect them to analyze and decipher whatever that particular situation they can make out of. So that's what we do. We just test their written analysis and their communication skills.
So my question is, after the third year, as you said, that the students have an option of opting for 1 year and coming back. So would they be going in for the course along with the CAT students, or it would be separate set of students?
No. They go absolutely along with the normal CAT students.
And sir, if I'm not wrong, there are reservation seats also in IIM. Is that true?
Every IIM has reservations. We are no different. The government will take us to task if we don't. We do have. We are law-abiding institutions, so we do have.
Yeah, you mentioned about information technology, law courses. So is it compulsory to take them or not?
Some of them are compulsory, but not much. As you saw, the basic thrust is on those 4 pillars. So if you are interested in those courses, IT-related courses, then faculty float elective courses, and if we have a critical mass, then that particular course is offered.
So if I'm a commerce student and I have not taken computer science online, so will I be having a problem with my student?
You will have what?
So will I be having any problem?
I don't think so. Many students do +2 and then they opt for economics and political science, so that's okay.
So you told the 5 seats regarding the NRI. So are they meant for NRI or are they NRI sponsored? Number 1. Number 2 is what were the intake ratio of number of students applying for that quota versus the 5 seats for the previous year?
It's strictly NRIs only.
Not the NRI sponsored.
No. And this year, where we have started the first time, 43 students applied, who qualified the SAT score which we decided on. And out of those 43, 5 were selected. And this year, even if it is going to be 100 or 200, even then we will end up selecting only 5. So right now our appetite is for 100 and a set of, we have 2 sections, so 120 students, 60-60 average, and then plus 5, so 125.
Any specific reason for Bachelor of Arts?
Yeah, good question. We debated a lot and we thought that, 2-3 things. One is, after the IIM Act, the government has made it very clear in the IIM Act that we have to go strictly by the UGC regulations. So the UGC regulations, again, are not very flexible. That is number 1. Number 2 is, when our students are going to appear for, some kind of an examination within India or even abroad, if they write GRE or they want to do a PhD later in life, we don't want too fancy a name which is, coming out of our brainwave, and then finally when they go to the drop-down menu, ऐसे degree का कोई नाम ही नहीं है. So I said कि better to be safe rather than be very fanciful. So we went the conservative route. And actually, in a way, what's wrong with BA? Ultimately, we are saying it's foundations of management. We are just claiming what we actually do in the program. So it's better to be honest rather than to be very fancied kind of a program. So we have been very conservative on that. So we don't want any trouble later that people questioning what is this. Because we are not a BBA, we could not have done that. We can't say it's BCom, we can't say it's BSc. It is what it is. I mean, so that's what we did. But thank you so much.